62 teams, online qualifiers, down to the top 10 best teams in India for the coveted title of being the Indian champion for Legion of Champions 2019 Series 4 PUBG PC India LAN finale. 10 maps over 2 days, and it comes down to this. The decider on Miramar. Who's gonna take it? A lot riding on the line. 10 lakh INR prize pool. That gorgeous trophy out there. And more importantly, that slot in the Asia Pacific finals for one of these teams. It is neck and neck. If we've never seen a tournament that ends up with close to 5-6 points separating the top three, anybody can take it. A lot on the line. What do you think is going to happen here on Miramar?
I think we are going to have a lot less players that will be able to perform in that dynamic, because we've obviously got Miramar in. Well, let's not waste time. Let's get into the match.
We're going to jump straight into the action on Miramar. Level 0 esports. I thought for a fact these guys did get eliminated, lost in 10th position in the previous map. I was wrong. It was just one of the players that did eventually get knocked and flushed out. They in fact ended up in 3rd position with 2 kills on the board. So that means they're very much in it. I think I'm going to change my prediction this time around. I know you did go with 9-year-olds as well as IR. And I am this time going to say, you know what? 4F have been the more consistent squad in the server. From map number 1 all the way till the end of map number 9, they've always consistently put out performance, kills, points on the board, and I think they are poised here to take the title, Apollonia.
Wow, you know, exactly what you said. And looking at the map here, you know, I just want to go over quickly on what the playing role was. It was from southeast to northwest. So we can see a lot of the teams, they actually dropped in the middle, closer to south, but now they're moving across. And we see the classic Indian rivals, they're moving through the top, slowly making their rotation. And District 9, well, you know, District 9, they did have, they did win the chicken dinner, and that's really great for them. Are they going to be able to pull something out? I hope so.
They did win the first map of the day, but ever since then, they haven't really managed to get themselves back again on the top 3 positions. But here, looks like they might look to challenge TEG early. But guess what? There is 4F on top of the hill behind them. Jaco kind of acknowledges that and looks like he might just move in aggressive. He's got no cover whatsoever. The rest of his teammates are also going to get gunned down here. Get right, taking a lot of damage from behind, and yeah, he's going to move back across, going to quick heal back up. They've split up 2 and 2. So District 9 aren't putting all their eggs in one basket. Instead, they're going to kind of take things easy, try and get multiple picks across.
What we saw, one thing was, many teams were not able to perform in Erangel, but they showed up on Miramar. So this last map could be advantageous for so many teams out here.
Yep, as Get Right finally makes his way inside. He's taking a little bit of damage on the west as well. As we have a quick look back at that scorecard, 2.5 lakh INR for first place. Indian rivals, in fact, are in the lead, but by the slimmest of margins, just the 1 point. Level 0 in second with 78. 9-year-olds, 75 points. Kryptonite on 68. I think District 9 are a little too far behind right now to try and catch up unless they have an absolute explosive map here on Miramar, Apollonia.
I didn't expect, you know, the top 3 teams to be so tight in the competition, and that basically means that this last game can make it or break it for them. You know, the prize pool is huge altogether, 10 lakhs. That is an insane amount of money. You know, these teams, they
look at that. Orum is making his way across TG up on the hill. Opening wide out here, the rotation across. Down at the 3x on the SKS, but there's the gun up. Jaso turns up as well and starts shooting away. Lynch goes down. That is the instant thirst back out, and D9 just wait for that perfect opportunity, find one isolated player, and we have the first kill here in the decider. And on your end as well, Cold Blood, he's got more action coming his way, 2 shots across, and with that, he's gonna get back into cover. Okay, so tag. One more bullet, he's got just the, oh my lord, it has the red dot. Absolutely not the best scope to try and take that long-range engage, but he still gets the job done. Couple of taps, not the knock, but District 9 starting to roll with the punches.
And District 9, they're pretty separated. They kind of have a new strategy going on, It's 2-2, and they do have quite a distance in between. How is that going to work out for them? I'm not too sure. But we can see Team 4F.
Actually, let's just jump into TEG here. Seems like they're in some trouble. Madara has taken a bit of damage as well. Aurum bleeding internally. Has got maybe some time to get the heals off. It looks like it's just going to be bandages for him, though, at this point of time. Absolutely no loot whatsoever. There's no smokes, no nades, no first aids, no med kits, and this is not the best of positions to be in, Foxtrot.
That is true, though. They don't have enough utility to make it to the end of the round. Maybe if they get a few kills with the teamwork that they exhibit, maybe they could go for the loot.
Yeah, as for now, though, they probably are going to head straight back across and absolutely nowhere near where the rest of their teammates are. Kill UA. He is in a much more safer position. If you can see, there's 4F up on top of the hill, but unless he ends up peeking out through that window blatantly, I think he's going to be in a safe spot away from prying eyes.
Wow. TEG, they did get one chicken dinner just only recently, like one of the last few games, and that's good for them. It has set a pace, and TEG, I would say, as a team, judging from the first game right till now, you start to see that they have their strategy well planned. They move together, but now, for once, we actually see like a bit of distance between them. How is that going to work out? Not too sure. 9-year-olds is also...
Yeah, let's just switch on over to 9-year-olds right now. Cable. He's got the entirety of TTX below him. These guys were pretty much off the radar throughout the first 8 maps, but guess what? 9th map, surprise, 7-kill chicken dinner at the end, keeping all 4 players alive. So they show us the fact that if it comes down to firepower and strategically at the end trying to out-mind game your opponents, they've got it in them. And 9-year-olds at this moment, every single kill counts. More than the points itself, I believe 9-year-olds will eventually give themselves a fighting chance of closing it out if they do manage to make it into those final couple of zones, keeping all 4 players alive.
One thing that we shouldn't forget here, Level 0 Esports, Wheezy was oh so dominant last night, and he was just getting started. But coming to the end of it, he's trying to pick a fight, though not able to find any kills.
Indeed, man. As let's have a look back at the map itself. I do see quite a few spread out teams right there. D9 is right now inside the zone. In fact, all squads are. The loot, I do see a drop going down as well right now outside the zone. I don't believe anyone has picked that up just yet, but the zone does move all the way towards the southwestern edge, a zone that we haven't really seen thus far on Miramar here in the LAN finals. So a lot of news for some of these squads. Let's see who's going to be the first one to pull the trigger and start the chaos.
Exactly, this is the last game. It's phase 2. All the teams, they're not taking any chances. They're going to rotate immediately. The play area, the next play area has already been shown. Phase 3 now. Chumacera, is that how you're going to say it? Yeah. One of the teams, if they can rotate there, they can look for early cover.
In fact, for Level 0, Wheezy, we haven't really talked too much about this guy, but 8 kills, 1,118 damage. Regardless of what's the result been for Level 0, this man's always got the kills on the board. That translates straight up into points. Points when they're not getting their A game in, when they're not winning matches, which is why you see them here with a shot to close it all out.
That is true. The Level 0 will have to step up, because at this point, yes, they've been too dependent on VZ, or maybe VZ is just oh so unstoppable.
Exactly. Wheezy, he has been one of the last few standing members every time when Level 0 does have some of their members taken down.
Ooh, look at that, Wheezy, his mood up kill. Killua, in fact, holding the angle down up above. Wheezy, I don't believe, has any idea whatsoever. He's the first man in, teammates across, angle being held, peek by AK on the ready. First man through it, and he's straight up gonna burst him down. One single clip, and Level 0 We sung the song too early here. They're going to lose 2 players out. Pretty much the same thing again from the previous match, but this time they have 2 players alive. They don't have another map to fall back on. They're gonna have to make do with just the 2 players, and they're gonna have to somehow dig deep and find it in themselves to pull the victory out right here.
That's true. At this time, Team 4F is trying to third-party them. There's 1 player from TEG as well as Level 0 waiting for that fight to happen.
Indeed, man. Another squad that we haven't touched upon too much is, of course, Crusaders. These are guys who haven't really had the best of tournaments thus far. We did see flashes of brilliance from them with that 3rd place finish a couple of maps ago.
Yeah.
But Danny S there on the scorecard. I was talking to him before the match. In fact, I've had a word with him almost the entire day yesterday and today. The MVP for Crusaders. It's just the fact that they've come in with the game plan. They've just not had the opportunity to execute it. They've gotten caught off multiple times. A lot of players gunned down, and always playing with a disadvantage hasn't really let them shine with their true potential.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with one of the players from Crusaders. You know, they did mention that the team was newly formed. They joined the qualifiers, and they were very happy to make it right to the tournament here. I think they're doing great. You know, they're doing what they can, and it's nice to see them that it's phase 3 now, and they're still doing their best. They're trying to get into a good position, and at least, you know, place themselves nicely on the leaderboard.
Yep, and
That's
of
what
course,
we're- yeah.
the person the squad rather, that you were rooting for, a G person herself, I must say, they've had some individual flashes of brilliance last game as well. A very close 3v4 at the end, but regardless, they find themselves 43 points all the way down, but they get a chicken dinner, maybe 15 kills in. They might not take the victory, but they can definitely still make it up to 4th position, which is 1 lakh INR at stake. So all squads are walking away winners, but the top half of the leaderboard walks away with a huge chunk of it.
Exactly, you know. It's great that there's this opportunity to win such a good amount of money, as well as have the presence on stage and taking part in such a good tournament as well, you know.
And Guardian there spots out GE, in fact, making the rotate across multiple vehicles. 2 players on bikes, a risky maneuver, especially on Miramar, a terrain where vehicles don't really travel as fast as they do on Erangel, but Guardian understands the fact that they are not at their full potential. They're 2 players down, and every single shot not fired is information not given away about their position. But Kilua from TEG, he's been waiting for revenge. He's seen his entire teams go down to Guardian, and I think it's a question of cat and mouse. Who's going to be the first one to say, you know what, I'm going to be the first one to move across and take that fight?
That is true. The 9-year-olds right now, they're trying to engage in a fight against GE, trying to shut them down, make sure that their rotate is not possible. They're trying to make sure that the positioning that they're coming into inside the circle, that has to be stopped, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, 9-year-olds, you know, they got themselves right in the center zone. That is good for them. And now they're just trying to pick off kills as teams try to make their way into the play area.
Yeah, I think they go for the safer play there, but right now, 4F, I do see a few shots fired straight up. I think they found that last remaining player from TEG, Kilua. Okay, they're actually 3 strong. They've only lost their first player coming through. They split up 2 and 1 though. Kilua, no chance of backup, and he peeks across. Cold Blood has spotted this. He has a lot of backup in all 4 players. You see Rachit as well, who's all the way at the back, move into position. The vehicles are available, but are they going to come into this fight right now is something we will have to wait and see. Foxtrot.
Well, meanwhile, GE has successfully managed to get a good position inside the circle, so that's 1 less encounter for them. Obviously, coming head-to-head against 9-year-olds is something they'll have to take into consideration, making sure that they don't lose that fight.
Ooh, look at this though. Nuke has spotted curry frags out in the open. A lot of shots taken, but 20 HP will manage to make his way onto the other side of the ridge. Nuke did have some crossfire coming down as well from above, and is not doing all that great with heals. Looking at the fact that he had no first aids or medkits, I'm even surprised that he went for that fight in the first go.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You know, now it's do or die. You know, these teams are just going to try and get as many kills as they can. It is the last match. It's great to, you know, just put it all out there and do the best that you got.
Indeed, it is, as we do have Kryptonite, in fact, getting into a fight here. They've lost one of their players in, I believe, Rudro Whitey does get thirsted back down. Kaushik up in the front lines, and as he's going to try and see if Rachit is interested in taking this fight. He is far up ahead from the rest of his teammates, waiting for Curry Frags to join in, but there's a nuke also coming in from the far right-hand side. He's got the flank play in. Will he be able to get the surprise in? He does, as they pick up two. Meanwhile, unfortunate TG also going down to 4F, but we're going to stay on Kryptonite here. 2 players down. Curry Frags. Oh, he spots out Cold Blood. He was looking for the peek across. There's one player from behind. Curry Frags does get flushed out as well, and Kaushik ends up going down, and it's all down to nothing. Chaudhary, he's out of ammo as well. Goes for the reload. 8x on the SLR, but does have to fall back to cover. Absolutely nothing he can do at this point of time. He's lost his teammates, and with that, Kryptonite, I think, have given up their chance at getting to that top of the leaderboard.
And meanwhile, Level 0 is picking up some kills. What is there, Foxtrot?
Level 0 is trying to make sure Kryptonite don't make it out of there. Yes, they did engage with 4F there. They were trying to land those long shots from that distance.
Yep, indeed, as I'm going to keep my eyes on Guardian there, running straight back up Parth. He's got 2 players from Level 0 on the far side, also trying to beat the blue, and kind of has an idea of, yeah, there you go, he's possibly out, but a quick one tap across. That is more or less going to give away his position, and he's going to have 2 players from below looking back straight up at him. Parth kind of loses where the players have gone, and this is a very risky play. Does eventually catch out Captain. This time a lot more trigger discipline, as they're pretty much close to the edge of the zone. No reason here to take a fight and give away what would be a solid position at the west edge.
Exactly, you know, I'd just like to bring a little bit of attention to the map, and it looks like all the teams are on the edge of the circle. You know, for once, the play area is not really in anybody's favor. You know, all the teams are actually working hard to move in and to try and reposition themselves.
Ooh, look on the far side here as Level 0 Guardian. He's gonna go for the heals, and he spotted out the entire 4F just moving out in the open. He sees them as specks from afar, but no committal coming through just yet. There is, I think, 9-year-old Cable there as well, and there's another player from 9-year-old straight above him, and a lot of pressure coming through at the end. Nuke is gonna get surrounded every single direction, and I think it's a moment's time before the push comes through. He does prepare for it. A couple of smokes down, at least takes one angle away, but there's an entire array of hill space across. There's GE, there's 9-year-olds, there's a bunch of other squads as well who are looking down, and moving out into the open right now is gonna cost them.
That is true. The G is trying to make sure they stay inside the circle. They're not able to engage in any fights though, but they don't want to lose that manpower on them. 4-man strong, they don't want to lose anybody from the
hold
squad.
that thought. They're moving in as to Rachit as well. Yeah, Rachit in fact does find the first knock across. Parth looking for the flush out, will find it. Guardian from Level 0 ends up going down, and they're down to the last remaining player. Rachit moving through. Cable is holding that angle up at the window. There's a player behind as well. Rachit has no idea this is happening. He's turning back across, and looks like Google X God just gets into that pickup truck, tries to make his way across, has to stop at the door, and one bullet coming through. That is it, but Cold Blood does get taken down. The timing gets the clean up, gets the knock in. Cable is down, but no teammates in position. Google X God is gonna have to make things work here, but 4F, they've got this compound in control, and I think they should be able to get this flush out as well. And what's happening on your end?
AK got knocked down on the flick, and that's a bomber for Indian rivals.
A bomber indeed, as looks like IR also is in some pressure here. Long shots across. ORKI flicks, spots him up on top of the hill. Axelin is in advanced position, and they're going to try and pick up one more point there. Axelin does get the kill, and with that, the squad's in a lot of trouble here. Shots fired. Hydra flick does get taken out, and I think that's a full thirst out as well. IR down to 3 players. iFlix is also down. Axelin as well as Cold Zera are gonna have to get the work done. They spot the infect now. He's gonna come straight, coming back down. It's Brown as well, but they get the kill. CRS get eliminated in 7th position. Indian rivals continue to rack up the points. 4 points on the board. Meanwhile, Roy also takes down Rocky from GTX. And I think that does give IR a small breather here to recuperate, maybe even get the res up onto iFlix. I think they've left iFlix behind. He's all the way outside the zone. Does he come in here? Does he not? That's the question. What's happening there? Roy pushing up as well. Two players on the both get knocked down. Also, Neely with the back on left. The Prey whiffs across. Finally gets the knock on the Prey. Not coming inside. Goes for 67 HP. Has the re-peek back out. A small pixel here. 1v2. He's got backup coming in as well. Nilesh with the flank. Goes for the Prey. Not good the first time. Has 32 ammo. The red dot in play as well. Goes just for the head. Quick spray across. Second time. Not good. Third time. Is this the time? Ooh, the first hit on time. He's got the backup in. And with that, Sadie boy steps up. And GE get the job done. Another team down. 5 squads in the server. Apollonia.
G is absolutely coming back guns blazing, you know. They haven't really made a statement, and now they are. This is the last game. They want to move up that board, and throughout all the action that was happening, Roy was constantly knocking down players, and he was also picking up kills, now having the highest amount of kills in GE.
That's a lot of kills that they've got on their board. Now all they need to do is play the circle, play time, make sure that their push is strategic.
Indeed. Actually, if we can get an aerial view onto how the map actually looks like. There is 3 players from 4F in individual compounds. 9-year-olds have one player, Google X God, just hiding inside. He's sitting inside the restroom there. And the pretty much go-to hiding spot in PUBG. You're the last man alive. You say, you know what? Nope. I'm not gonna move out, not even close to a window, sitting inside. That does give time for IR though on the rotate. 3 players. They did lose Hydra Flick, but they seem to be the best squad right now to take the best position rather to take this victory. But there are a few squads who at this point of time have an outside chance. I think 4F is definitely going to be one of them. 9-year-olds. 1 player. They are the leaders right now, by the way, but the lead is 1 point. Can he pull off the impossible? Apollonia.
It all rests on his shoulders right now, you know. Imagine if he does make it to the end and it becomes a 1v1 situation, if he does get opportunities to shoot another team player, it's going to be great for them.
Look at Neely with the shots, long range, dancing with the mini and the 6x. The blue pushes in as well, and he's got to start to make a move. He can't hold that angle any further, and that's going to push him back out. There's a small window there for Roy. The opening, he goes for the shots, but unfortunate cannot land it. But look at the other side. 4F on the side. GE, they're getting shot from the side. They lose 1, almost the second as well. Nuke finally gets spotted out, but I think he's done enough damage there to GE, and Level 0 in a perfect position to capitalize on that. Foxtrot.
Global esports are essentially picking up a fight against IR at this point. They need to eliminate IR to get on top of the board. Just like you said, maybe not secure the win, maybe not in the top 2 as well, but enough to shatter some dreams for other teams.
Indeed, man. 4F is the squad I believe has eventually gonna have the best shot at making it through. Nuke still has GE, and he continues fighting this from above, just being a nuisance at this point of time, getting in shots, waiting in for squads to come in and third party, but look at Captain from Level 0. He's so far away. IR Flicks is in fact somewhere at the blue zone, and he will take down the last remaining player from Level 0. And another potential squad of having a chance. And there goes Pops the player out, going in for the drop. Amit gets a couple of shots in the face with the mini ATEX, and Parth is probably just going to run straight up. IR right now in the lead, 79 points, and they have the best shot. 3 players in the server, and they're not going to throw this lead away. Not today, not this way. Dark X coming up. Parth has got a couple of players coming up on him. Nuke thinking twice. Should he go? Should he not go? There's cover to be had as well, and he's gonna use this building up to get some cover, at least to eliminate some of the angles from a potential third party. Foxtrot, what's happening?
Whoa, there you go.
As I say that, just as I say that, I think the reactions there pretty much say it all. Oh my lord, IR. I thought there was going to be maybe a window of opportunity there for him to buy some time. But yep, the reactions there, that is hard work. 1 month of scrims after scrims, qualifiers after qualifiers, and the last 2 days of intense PUBG action. Beautiful attempt there from IR. Big shout out to all the rest of the squads as well. 10 squads here. IR eventually becomes the first ever squad in this 10 map finale to win 2 maps. And I think that is pretty much testament to the depth of quality, the depth of skill we had in the server, and I think that deserves a huge round of applause from all the viewers who are here at the arena. It has been an amazing, amazing 2 days of PUBG action. There's absolutely nothing more I could have added there. With that, we will take a quick break. We're done with the stream for now, but don't forget to tune in just a bit. We will have the prize distribution ceremony, and you will get to see who eventually ended up taking the victory, who ends up in second, who ends up in third, and who got the bragging rights walking out of Comic-Con Bengaluru. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the action over the last 2 days from the Legion of Champions 2019 Series 4 PUBG PC India LAN Finale. I'm Shadeslayer, that's Apollonia, and Foxtrot. See you folks in maybe at the prize distribution ceremony later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.